Thank you very much for coming up today. This is the second annual Lobby Day. It's being done by Council 94, American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employees, and the Laborers International Union in North America. And today what we're going to do is we're going to start out. We're going to have a little press conference right now is what we're going to do next. We're going to have a couple of guest speakers. Some of the residents from Zamorano Hospital and the Veterans Home were kind enough to come up today and talk to you a little bit about the privatization proposals. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about Lobby Day. So we're going to do the press conference first, and then we'll be heading upstairs to lobby all our state reps and state senators. So let me ask you a question. Are you awake today? Yeah. Are you feeling good today? Yeah. What are you going to say to Governor Kachiri? Do you want to get privatized? Absolutely not. He's up there meeting with a bunch of people. I believe it's mothers of some school organization. I want him to be able to hear you louder than any of the moms up there. No disrespect to the moms. So let me hear it. Let's say no to privatization. No, no to Governor Kachiri. No. No to a bad budget and a bad governor. That sounds good. All right. Now I feel comfortable that you all fired up. With that, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do a little introduction. I'd like you to give a big hand. He's a personal friend of mine. He's a state representative. He's someone who is very active in the Young Democrats and actually has been spearheading us getting this event together and keeping the pressure on me to make sure the event got done in a timely manner. So with that said, I'd like to introduce a good friend of mine who's been a champion on this, Representative Ed Pacheco from Burrillville.
Wow, look at all of you. I mean, look at everybody in this crowd today. I need about 350 more of these green t-shirts to spread out through the state of Rhode Island to make up for this budget. But with the energy that's in this room today, we can send a message throughout this entire building to let the governor know and the other members of the General Assembly that we're not looking for the budget that was put on our desks in January. We're looking for a budget that makes sense for all of Rhode Islanders, and especially for the patients, the veterans, and the workers of ASME and Laborers International Union that are doing their best to provide a service for each and every one of these people in the state of Rhode Island. I've been up in northern Rhode Island for 25 years. I have the honor of being a legislator for 3. Zamorano Hospital is 5 minutes up the road. I've watched the people grow there as they offer their services to the patients that call Zamorano their home. I've seen the people that have worked in the Veterans Affairs Home to help those patients feel welcome at their home. Because at the end of the day, what are we talking about? The savings that is proposed in this budget doesn't make sense. It's not fair to play games with numbers because at the end of the day, we're playing games with people's lives. And that's not fair to you, and it's not fair, most importantly, to the people that are behind me that receive the vital services that you provide for them. That's right. My friends, my family, my neighbors, your friends, your family, your neighbors deserve the best possible service to be available to them if ever they should need that service throughout their lifetime. And I have talked to individuals such as Frank Beasley, who I can say is a good friend of mine. I've never met an individual with more courage than Frank Beasley throughout my short lifetime. He has endured pain, unimaginable pain throughout his life, and still has taken the time for over 20 years to come and advocate on behalf of the patients of Zamorano and Eleanor Slater. That in itself, Frank is there is no amount of newspaper space that could be taken up to describe Frank Beasley's lifetime. But each and every one of us has a story. Each and every one of us provide the service that we provide for a reason. Because I'm a public servant as a representative, but each and every one of you are a public servant. And for that, I thank you for ensuring that the service that we have available to the people of the state of Rhode Island is at the level and the quality that it is today, because without you, it would not be there. And we're going to make sure this session that we fight back this privatization, because it's not fair, it's not right, and the people of the state of Rhode Island deserve better. Thank you very much.
I could go closer. You want me to be closer? I could go a little closer. I don't want to go down the stairs. Maybe you can hold it. Yeah. Well, I think you all know who I am. I became an American citizen to fight for the right of the people of America. In 1985, I swore that I would do that. Judge Boyle was the one that swore me in right here at the state, right out at Zambrano Hospital. I went to school here. You know, one time there was a president of the United States when the United States was in bad shape, and he wouldn't take a dime for a year because there was no money. You know, if we start from the top and come down from the bottom, maybe we can find money somewhere instead of taking it from the people that are working hard for maybe $12 or $13 an hour for the handicapped people. I'm here to try to stop the privatizing of Zambrano Hospital. You know, it's a funny thing how they can find money and everywhere else to do things. Like the Dunkin' Donuts Center, $15 million. Like everywhere else they can find money. But yet, the people have to suffer for this. We have what they call 3 things at Zambrano Hospital. And Governor Kucheri knows it because he's been out there with his wife. And he couldn't believe the spotless place that Zambrano was. Quality care, infection control, and great food, even though we are all on a diet. If you privatize, Governor, what's going to happen? Are these people going to come out when the urine bag spills? Are these people going to come out when they have parties out there, like Christmas parties, like all kinds of birthday parties, or spring fling, or musical festival? We ask you, Governor, please, at least have a heart and leave us alone and enjoy our life. It's a shame to know what would Berryville be 60% of the housekeeping and dietary. Berryville would be a ghost town. All these people that come all the way, even people from Providence, even people from Woonsocket, the impact would be so great because a lot of the 60% of the people